I'm going to do 3 poems that are related to poetry, of wanting to write poetry, of what poetry means, and if maybe there's something else to do besides write poetry. To be keymaker. Too many doors are closed. Too many keys are missing. If only I could unlock you. If only I could unlock me. There are too many doors closed and more doors closing every day and never enough keys. If only I could learn to be a keymaker. Oh, the doors I would open. So many doors that must be opened. So many locked doors and millions locked alone behind them. If only I could make keys instead of poetry. This next one is about, I don't know. I don't really like explaining things. You always hope that the poem is its own explanation and that people will bring their own meaning to fill in the gaps. So I always feel like a poem should be personalized to the person who's reading it. Don't ever try and figure out the writer. Find yourself. That's what I hope people do when they approach poems, when they approach any kind of writing, or film, or art. It's one thing to contemplate scholastically and academically what the artist intended, but the reason that the piece is of any value is because the person interacting with that piece has something to bring to it. In this poem, it really talks about you being able to bring your own voice to your own creations. It's called Live Your Own Language. I wanted to send you letters that would heal the dark ache in your torn heart. I wanted to give you a language that could give life back to your soul, your convictions, your hopes, and your God-given bounty of beautiful gifts. Wanted to give you a literary expression that could lift you from the low, slow hum of everything you thought you could never become. Lift you above the lifelong embedded lies. Lift you up and out of the century-old family history of hurt and hit and hate. Wanted to give you the alphabet of love, of joy, of lasting friends, of solace and promise. Wanted to arrange strong sentences to protect you from the vicious tongues, the dangerous hands, and the lethal, yet commercially advertised depths of hell. Wanted to give you a voice that needed no screams. I wanted to take you from the prison of illiteracy and silence to the free and moving and miraculous world of vocabulary. But my words are only mine. It is not my words, their words, or anyone else's words that you need. What you need are your own words. You must find your own voice, create your own dictionary, develop your own definitions, and live as though you are a language that was never spoken until you entered this world. You must speak in your language even if they do not understand. Communicate in your own words even if it seems no one is listening. Write your own letters even if no one reads them. And remember, the infinite universe has ears and understands every language, even the language of your life. The last one is very autobiographical, glimpses of my childhood and my family. And oddly true. So hopefully the fact that it's so riddled with myself, there's still room for the reader or the listener to find pieces and images of their own. Wanting in on the conversation. I shared a chair with my youngest cousin, both of our bodies fitting comfortably where only one was meant to be. She always smiled quickly, as though joy was instinctive in her. Play distracted her, led her to the kitchen with all the other women. She was taken by the shine and song of forks and spoons dancing in soapy clouds. Quietly, I stayed behind to watch their words. Italian grandfather, uncles, and oldest cousin, the first in the family to attend a university. And my German father, unfamiliar with the grand gesture, and slightly shy of strong-scented brandy, but well enticed by both. In my outdated Easter lace or Christmas ribbon or birthday bow, my eyes listened as arms and brows broke into words, watched as old bones inside wrinkled bundles youthfully expressed the theories of light and air by becoming fire and current. Even in brief moments of silence, their bodies could not keep quiet. I, like a mimic and a mime, sipped cheap grape soda as if it were wine, thinking, when I am old like them, it will not taste so sweet. I had not learned the word bitter yet. I did not know how the taste would change. I only knew it could, and that it would. I sat there in my silence, a statue of innocence among agitated gods of endurance and conviction. I wanted to speak. I wanted in on the conversation as if existence itself was a verbal exchange. But I was too frail to convey the true meaning of politics, labor, God, and country. It took years of experience to turn those sounds into authentic words. My vocabulary was limited to my own meaning. My dictionary was just beginning. So those were those three. If you want, in the comments below, let me know if you related to any of those three, or what your meaning was that you brought to any of them. Or even just say which one you liked the most, or if a line stood out. But definitely, I am all for bringing your own meaning to the table. And by that I mean just because there's a poem on the table and the writer has their meaning, I think anybody who comes to the table to read it or listen to it has a right to bring something to the table, some meaning to that poem of their own. So go ahead and use the comment section to write down and share the meaning that you bring to the poem. And that is the 3 for now. There will be more. So make sure to subscribe somewhere over there probably. Like and comment. And if you liked what you saw or heard, go ahead and share it. Thanks.